Hi everyone, it's Phaedra. I'm here to do a quick demonstration for you on getting your sidereal natal report. Sorry, I was distracted by a notification there. So what I'll be doing today is I'll be walking you through a screen share video of how to use astro.com to get a copy of your natal chart. Today we're going to be making a sidereal natal chart so that you can have one to use in the Facebook group, Sidereal Insights Astrology, and that way you'll have it to follow along as we have our conversations in there. And so, if you'll give me just one moment, I am going to screen share with you, and together we will go to Astro and we'll get your report. Or excuse me, your chart. Here we go. I'm going to screen share with you just briefly. I'm going to go full screen share. Although I am going to hide. I'm going to minimize, and then here we go with our browser window. And so what we're looking at here at astro.com, and that is astro.com, and I'm going to be showing you on the second tab in from the left where it says free horoscopes, how to get a sidereal chart under the extended chart selection here on the far right under drawings and calculations. It's the second one down, extended chart selection. Go ahead and click on that and let it load. And while you're following along, I'll be inputting my birth information, but you can go ahead and input yours. And we're going to use as a guest user that top option right there. I'm not logged in. I do have an account here, and I do suggest creating a free account if you are so interested. And part of the reason I suggest that is because you can store your chart information if you do have a free account. Up to 200 charts you can store, and that way you don't have to re-enter it every time that you come, which is super helpful. But today we're going to just be using my birth information at the top of my head. So hold on just briefly while I type in my name. I identify as female. My birthday is the 21st of January in 1975. And I was born at 3 afternoon in Brunswick, Maine. Not Australia, not Germany. Maybe scrolled past it already. Here we go. ME. That's the one. There are extended settings here where you can edit time zone and partner preference. We're not going to be using those today. I do want you to draw your attention to up here where it says Sun in Taurus and Ascendant in Cancer, 17 degrees, because that's what's going to change when we enter here the extended chart selection. We're not going to worry about a partner today for ourselves, and we won't be changing any of these upper settings. Natal chart wheel is just fine, although feel free to come back and explore all the other different types of wheels. And then we want the web default style chart drawing, although there are other types of chart drawing that you can have a look at. And what we want to focus on is right here under options. We want to change our house system to whole house. Where is that? Oh, whole signs right there. That is the oldest known house system in astrology, and I like to use it as a foundational house system when I begin chart analysis or interpretation. Then I want to have you change the zodiac here to the second one in where it says sidereal instead of tropical. And then we're going to have you in the drop-down list select Fagan Bradley, which is the first option down under Babylonian. And I use the sidereal zodiac for a couple of reasons, partly for historical accuracy and partly for scientific accuracy. The tropical zodiac that's used in Western astrology today is a solar calendar that was created about 2,000 or so years ago, give or take, that came to us through the ancient Greek works Although we do know that the ancient Greeks and even the ancient Babylonian sidereal zodiac system. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on today. That is what I use primarily in my practice. It's not the only thing I use in my practice, but it is what I use primarily. And part of the reason I'm going to have you set this up today and save your chart is so that you can use it in our group in the discussion, because this is the zodiac that I'll be referring to. So go ahead and make those changes. There are some other fun things to get into down here with the additional objects, especially the asteroids. So when you have time, don't hesitate. Come back to astro.com and have a look at those settings. Right now, we're just going to click to show the chart, and I'll show you how to save and print that. And then we'll also show you how to get some additional tables as well. So here it gives us the chart, and what you'll notice when we first look at this is that it shifts my sun sign into Capricorn from Aquarius, my ascendant into Gemini from Cancer, and my moon is now in Aries instead of in Taurus. And now the reason this is important to me and to you for your own, because on the day that I was born, and this would be you were born, the sun actually was in Capricorn that day. If you were to have gone out and looked at the sky that night, the orientation of the constellations in the sky would support the sun rose that day in the sign of Capricorn. And this is one of the big differences between the sidereal zodiac and the tropical zodiac today, is that they have drifted apart due to precession. And so the sidereals, where we're focusing just for the purposes of this discussion. So to save your chart, once you've got it, you right click on it, and I believe you can just, excuse me, let me right click again. Oh, cancel. You don't want to add a filter. We just want to right click, and we're going to save image as. That's one way. Or you can click on the image itself, and it'll pop it up in a new tab, just the chart drawing with the details. And then if you'll scroll down, excuse me, it's also going to give you, the table with your aspects and your planetary placements. Okay, so you can save it, or you can print it from your browser. And then the other table, the other page that you want is right here, which is additional tables PDF. Go ahead and click on that. And what it's going to load, excuse me, is the second page with the details of your placements and your aspects, houses, longitude, speed, declination, that sort of thing. And you might not need this right away, although eventually you may be glad that you saved it and printed it out. But you'll want to save this one as well, either download or print or what have you. So there you go. I'm going to exit out of this. I'm going to quit sharing my screen, and we'll get back to the actual video. Let me go ahead and stop the screen share. Hi, welcome back. And so now you know how to get a free copy of your sidereal natal chart. And what I want you to do is go ahead and save that and bring it with you into our discussions in the Sidereal Insights Astrology discussion group on Facebook. Now, if you have questions at all, or if you have anything that you'd like clarification on, go ahead, please, and ask away in the comments. I will totally address any questions that you have. Also, please be sure to go to the link in the video description and download your free astrology quick start Physick, the handy cheat sheet for you that gives you detailed information about the signs, the houses, planets, and personal points. It has information on the planetary powers so that you can check for conditions very quickly and easily. I also have information for you to reference about the qualities, the elements, and then, of course, the sidereal and tropical solar ingress dates for this year. So please be sure to get your free copy of that. You may want to print it out and keep it handy while you explore with us in the Sidereal Insights Astrology group. And don't forget to join us if you haven't already, because we'd love to have you in the group as part of the discussion and part of our community. And so thank you for watching. Like I said, if you have questions, please ask away in the comments, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks so much. Bye.